All right, folks, as you can see, this PowerPoint is 46 slides long, but we're going to be only looking at the first 4 slides today. All right, so let's get to it. All right, the Vietnam War. So a little bit of background. Hopefully this is review for you. All right, so remember that France controlled Indochina since the late 19th century. Remember, they went in there in the 1860s, and by the 1880s had them subdued. Don't forget that Japan takes control of Indochina, especially Vietnam, during World War II, around 40-41. All right, so as Ho Chi Minh saw it, when he forms the Viet Minh in 1941, both Japan and France have to be expelled. All right, so with U.S. aid, France attempted for 8 years, from about 45 to 54, 8 or 9 years, 8 or 9 years. With U.S. aid, they attempt to recolonize Vietnam in the post-war period. All right. Also, don't forget that the French lose control to Ho Chi Minh's Viet Minh at Dien Bien Phu in 1954. Again, hopefully this is a review for you. All right. And that set the stage for the conference at Geneva, Switzerland in 1954. All right. A lot of different nations took part. There were 2 Vietnams there. Okay. But at this convention, a date was set for a unifying election between North and South Vietnam for a couple of years after the convention. All right. And again, Vietnam was then formally divided at the 17th parallel. All right. So it's important to remember that Vietnam was one nation prior to the Geneva Accords. Then the U.S.-driven Geneva Accords divided Vietnam at the 17th parallel. So the United States was both responsible for Vietnam being divided into 2, and they also, the United States, felt responsible for the fate of South Vietnam. So it kind of became like their project, so to speak. All right. Ho Chi Minh remained in control in the north. Don't forget that's Hanoi. All right. And Ngo Diem, a French-educated Roman Catholic. Even though the majority of Vietnamese are Buddhists, he was a Catholic, educated in France, and was installed by the United States in the South, in Saigon.